Hi guys, it's Shell, Sunbury Housewives. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to our channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button to see future videos. So today I am working on a 4th of July tumbler. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm starting with this 20 ounce like tapered, it's a sublimation tumbler, but I hate this style of sublimate on, so I'm using it just to work on. So I taped off the top rim because I'm doing a peekaboo and I don't want to get any glitter near that top. So I taped that off. And yeah, that's what I did. So I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to mix up my epoxy. Equal parts, part A, part B, mix that up. And here it looks like I have a lot, but I think I'm working on a couple tumblers, so that's why there's a lot, because I do not need a lot for this first part. So I'm just mixing it up until it is completely mixed up. I did this for probably close to 2 minutes. Make sure there was absolutely no stringy things in there. And then I'm using these glitters from the glitter guy, and then I put a very thin layer of epoxy on my tumbler. Apparently it's been a while since I've done a tumbler tutorial. So once I get that all put on there, and I did not do the bottom at first, but then I kind of did go back at the end, I think off camera, and do the bottom. And then I'm going to sporadically start to add glitter. This is going to look like a whole disaster. And I start with this spoon thing and thinking this would be better to control. Yeah, I end up ditching the spoon. But yeah, so anyway, I'm just sporadically putting the glitter and switching back and forth between the blue and the red, and here is much easier. And then the ice that I'm using, I start with, but then I realized I really want silver in there too, so I just grabbed some cheap little silver that I got from Amazon. So continue to watch me. Whoops, that was an accident. But just continue to watch as I muddy up this tumbler. But I promise you it makes sense, but right now it will not. So once I got all the glitter on there, I just take my parchment and I kind of just run it along the tumbler so that it can flatten the glitters down, so that this helps me in the end when I need to put my coats of epoxy on. Helps that glitter lay down flat, and I won't have to put as many coats on. And then I just remove that piece of tape up at the top. That's just washi tape, nothing special. So once that cured, this is just after, I believe, just one coat. I had cut out some Firework vinyl. This is on removable vinyl, and I am placing it down onto the tumbler. Because this does taper a little bit, I did have to do a little bit of maneuvering, especially on this big piece right here. And to place it down. And then get it to lay flat and make sure that it laid down very flat, so that I'm going to spray paint over this. This is where my peekaboo comes in. So I go ahead and lay those down and remove the transfer tape, and then I'll continue to place the rest of my fireworks all over the tumbler. Some of these little pieces were so little and not fun and did not want to stick to the tumbler, but I made it work. So I just continue to place all over my tumbler, and this is why with the fireworks, the glitter placement probably makes a lot more sense now. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish putting that, and once it's done, I'm going to, you can see with when I did the coat of epoxy, I did go ahead and glitter the bottom with just the mixture. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this outside and give it a good coat of black spray paint. And here it is. And I went ahead and removed all of the vinyl because it was such a tedious thing. It literally took me over an hour to do. So now you can see that glitter popping through and just how cute it is. So I have my epoxy sitting here, and I'm going to add just a little bit of this, I think it's called Silver Lights, into my epoxy. Not a whole lot. I'm going to start with just like a little bit at first because I still want a little bit of sparkle on the black paint. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. The black paint after it's done. So I go ahead and mix that in, and then I check, my epoxy to make sure, and I'm just going to add just a little bit more, and then I'll go ahead and apply this to the tumbler. Look how pretty that is. If you can see it close up, I just love the different red, white, and blues and silver underneath there. So I'm going to go ahead and add a coat of epoxy. And once I get a good go around here, you'll be able to see that sparkle onto the tumbler. Where I think it's called City Lights, not Silver Lights. Where it just sort of pops on that black and gives it just a nice little sparkle. So I'm going to go ahead and add the epoxy on here, smooth it out. quickly running my torch over it to pop any bubbles. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab these little like glitter cutout stars that I have. And I'm just going to place sprinkle a few over the tumbler. I just wanted to, no special reason. Just thought it'd be fun to add some stars in there. So that's what I do right here. I'm grabbing this little jar that I got and just sprinkling a few over there. So I'm going to go ahead and let this spin for 12 hours before I move on to the next step. But first, look how pretty that is. Oh, I just love it. All right, now once that's done, I went ahead and I cut out in this like sparkly vinyl, holographic, sparkle-ish, an offset, finding the perfect place I want to place it. And I cut out the offset and placed it down. And it just says sparkle like a firecracker, or no, it says sparkle like a firework. So I'm placing that down, and then I cut out the words individually in red and white and in blue. So I'm going to place those down on top of the offset. I like to normally do my offsets off of the tumbler, but because these are cut individually, it was just easier for me to do it this way. So that is what I'm doing here. Placing the last word here. I struggled a little bit with this one, but eventually got it. And once I get that done, I will seal the vinyl, and then I will place it back on the turner and do 2 coats of epoxy over it and let them spend 12 hours each before it is completely finished. I do clean up at the rim and expose a little bit of that stainless. So here's the actual final coat on it. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a great big thumbs up. And this will be available on the website. I am running a massive sale on all pre-made tumblers, 40% off. Check out the description box below for the code and the website. And I hope that you all have a great day. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.